What's up everybody, I'm Seth Fowler. Today I'm out here at Rare Pair and I'm reviewing the brand new Nike and Off-White VaporMax. First off, I just want to give a huge shout out to Rare Pair for having me out. They're an awesome store. Make sure to check them out if you're in New York City. Also, if you guys haven't followed them on Instagram, make sure to do that. There'll be links in the description below. But without further ado, let's jump right into the sneaker. Here it is, the Nike and Off-White VaporMax. So starting off with the upper of the shoe, Virgil kept it pretty similar to what you have on the regular Nike VaporMax. You've got a black and gray Flyknit upper, which is very similar to the triple black VaporMaxes that have come out in the past. The Flyknit on the toe box is super loosely knit, so it's super breathable. However, it's not as stretchy as the Prime Knit you find in Ultra Boost. Around the edge of the toe, you have a hit of fuse overlay in matte black.Moving back on the shoe, you've got this piece of suede or nubuck acting as the eyelets. I really like this piece of suede or nubuck material because it really makes the shoe have a more premium feel. You've got black flywire weaving through the eyelets holding the laces in place. Of course, you've got a white pair of laces that say shoelaces at the end. Of course, shoelaces is written in quotations. And if you don't like this white on black lace look, you've also got a pair of black, green, and orange laces as well. Moving back on the shoe, you've got one of the special off-white touches with this white stitched on Nike swoosh. The white swoosh is made up of a sort of smooth leather material, which is kind of nice and has this nice gloss glisten to it, which I dig. At the end of the swoosh, you've got this hit of orange with this signature off-white piece of material. It's on all the other off-white sneakers in the collection, and it really gives it that unique look. Another big difference between the off-white VaporMax and the regular VaporMaxes is that the off-white pair actually has a really thick padded tongue. The tongue is white with perforations all the way through it, so it has this sort of industrial look, which I dig. It also has an unfinished top like all the other off-white sneakers in the collection. Of course, like the other sneakers in the collection, you've got this bright red zip tie, which says Off-White 2017 zip tie. It's an interesting touch. Not a lot of people like it. Some people love it. I personally love it. If you don't like it, it's really not a big deal because it's just strung through the laces, so you can take it off at any time. At the top of the tongue, you've got this white tag that says Nike Sportswear with an orange swoosh. Inside the shoe, you've got a black insole with the Off-White and the 10 logo, which you have in all the other Off-White sneakers in the collection. This shoe fits just like any other VaporMax, so if you've tried on a pair of those, you know how these are gonna feel. For me, that's true to size, but I have more narrow feet. This shoe is pretty narrow, so if you are trying to grab a pair for yourself and you have wide feet, maybe go up half a size. But as I always suggest, if you have the chance to try the shoe on before you buy it, or even the same silhouette, make sure to do that just to make sure it's the right size for you. Continuing back on the sneaker, you've got more of that matte black fuse overlay with the signature Air in quotation marks. This is one of my favorite touches in the Off-White collection because it actually tells you what sort of technology is in the midsole of the shoe. So for the VaporMax, it's Air or Vapor. For the Air Jordan 1, it's also Air. And then for something like the Blazer Mids, it says Foam instead. Moving around to the medial side of the shoe, you've also got that signature Off-White paragraph that you have on all the other sneakers. This particular one says Off-White for Nike, Nike Air VaporMax Beaverton, Oregon, USA. I don't love this printing touch of the VaporMax because the printing didn't really work out too well on the Flyknit. It kind of looks like it was a mistake. It's definitely not a quality control issue because it's on all the other Off-White VaporMaxes, and honestly, it does give that shoe a more unfinished and industrial look, so people do dig it, and I think that's what Virgil was going for, but for me personally, I'm not a huge fan. Moving down the sneaker, you get to that controversial VaporMax midsole, which some people love, some people hate. I don't mind it. On this particular iteration, you've got this totally blacked out midsole, which is kind of clean. It doesn't have that smoky translucent look that the other triple black VaporMaxes has. It's just totally opaque black. Finally, moving to the bottom of the sneaker, you get to my least favorite part of the VaporMax, that crazy Air unit outsole. I just did a review on a pair of triple black VaporMaxes a couple days ago, so if you guys haven't seen that review, make sure to click the link at the top of the screen to check it out. But if you've seen that review at all, you know that this is not the most pretty outsole in the world, and also you might have some trouble going downstairs or, you know, pressing the pedal in your car. You might have some weird edges catching on edges. It's really not a huge deal, but it's just something to keep in mind. With all that being said though, it still is a very comfortable shoe. Overall, the Off-White VaporMax is one of the cleanest sneakers in the Off-White collection. I think it's probably number 3 for me out of the 10. I think the Jordan 1 is first for me, and then the Air Max, and then the VaporMax. I really love this blacked out look with hits of white on the laces and on the swoosh, and of course I think that hit of orange is super dope. If you guys are trying to grab a pair of these for yourself, they do re-release in November through Nike, or if you guys just can't wait, make sure to go to rarepairnewyork.com. There'll be a link in the description below, or just come to the store. That's pretty much it for the video today, guys. Make sure to leave a comment in the comment section down below letting me know what you think of the Off-White VaporMax and if you're planning to try and get a pair in November for yourself. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you again to Rare Pair for having me out. Make sure to give this video a big thumbs up if you liked it. Make sure to subscribe to me, Seth Fowler, if you want to see more content just like this, and follow me in all other forms of social media. The links will be in the description below.